But let's just start at the beginning, because I want to know, your whole life story, and then we'll get into everything after.
Cool.
Where are you from? Where you grad? And what was it like growing up?
Yeah. Okay. So I originally am from Pauoa Valley, and right around when I was about 5 years old, we moved to Mililani, and I went to Kamehameha schools. And then I'd say about 5 or 6 years ago, I moved back to Pauoa Valley to live with my tutu. And so yeah, I'm living there now, but back and forth from Mililani to Pauoa. Graduated Kamehameha 2016. Super proud. Alum.
Imua.
Yeah, Imua. And I've been very fortunate. I will say. I mean, growing up, kind of like, had a great family, parents. I'm the oldest of two younger brothers, and we had very supportive parents. And I just feel like, every family has their problems and issues that we go through in life. But I'm just very fortunate that whatever our family went through, we were able to stick it out and stick together. And I feel like that I pay a lot of tribute to my parents and everyone around, immediate family, because it's not easy.
Nice.
So
did you always have that gratitude for your family? Because I know for me and a lot of people, it's usually not till a little later, right? Like, I'm so blessed. My parents did this and that. We didn't really appreciate them growing up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah. It tends to kind of happen later on as you kind of mature.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty immature, so yeah.
So the fact that you appreciate it now is actually really impressive.
They're my parents and my family's awesome. But yeah, I would say later on in life, I've kind of started to gain a lot more appreciation because once you start paying your own bills, rent, and going through errands, you're like, oh, and then think about having 2-3 more kids to do it for and stuff. You start to realize like, that's tough, man.
Totally.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so you graduated from Kamehameha, and like, what kind of things were you into? Were you always a waterman? Did you play land sports? You had any other hobbies?
Yeah, I mean, I played football and I wrestled in high school.
Oh, okay, nice.
But growing up, I wasn't really a surfer as much as I am now. But I love the water, so I would like to body surf. And being up in Mililani, we used to catch the 52 down to North Shore. A lot of the Mililani guys know. We go Waimea, Keikis, and we just play around in the shore break all day. And that was kind of like, my introduction to the ocean. And growing up, just going beach and stuff. But in, I'd say middle school to high school, I was really, really involved. I really enjoyed the sport football, and my cousins actually are all professional MMA fighters.
Oh,
so
who's your cousins?
Christian and Angela Lee, Victoria, Adrian.
Yeah. I saw you. I remember. I went to the event at Umwani's with Angela.
Yes,
because Angela's a past podcast guest.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that's your cousin.
It's my cousin. Yeah. So her dad, my mom, and brother, sister.
Oh, so first cousins. Like, you guys are close.
Yeah, super close.
Legends.
Yeah. So growing up, I was training a lot of mixed martial arts and stuff. And so that kind of gradually led me towards wrestling in high school. And those were kind of the two things that I would do. And graduated, I think I did like 3 years playing football, and I did 2 or 3 years wrestling.
Okay. Yeah. What position did you play in football?
I was outside linebacker, and then I was small, but I wanted to play defensive end.
Oh.
And I would go out there, and I would just try to beat the tackle to, beat him off the ball. And so I just enjoyed rushing a lot and trying to sack the
Maybe
quarterback.
it was the wrestling background and
probably,
you want like that physical contact.
But I figured, and now you kind of see it now. A lot of the defensive ends nowadays, they're kind of a little bit smaller, and they're a lot more quicker and elusive. And so I don't know. I think times change.
Yeah. Okay. So how did you go from, I guess you had a little bit of a sports background, going to Kamehameha to, becoming a lifeguard, acting, stuff like that?
Yeah. That all kind of started happening right when I was in, I'd say high school, mid high school, sophomore year. And so that kind of started to take off. The acting stuff started to take off kind of out of nowhere. I was actually training. A lot of people ask me, hey, how did you start acting? And I was training in my uncle's gym one day, and this director, writer, he came in and was looking for people to play in this movie that he had written, and his name was Tai Senga.
Oh, I know Tai.
Yeah, Tai. And so,
Tai.
yeah, Tai, brother. And so he came in he basically wrote a movie about a MMA movie.
Okay.
And he was visiting all these MMA gyms. He came into my uncle's gym, and my uncle said, "Hey, you should try out for this role." And I said, "Nah, it's not for me, you know." And my mom kept pushing me and just telling me go. So I went out, ended up getting it, and we shot like about a week of that movie, that low budget movie, and we didn't end up getting enough money for it. So it didn't even get produced. But through that experience of kind of going out to those auditions and stuff, getting to know Ty, getting to know, the casting people, they remembered me and they called me back for a show called Hawaii Five-0. And then it was really successful. And I probably joined in when it was like season 6 at the time. And I had no idea what the hell I was doing. Pretty clueless, but I was probably a junior in high school.
And, so you were in high school while you were doing that?
Yeah.
So how did you do that with the school schedule?
It was like I was filming. I was kind of what you call like a guest star. So I would come in. I would say over the last 3-4 seasons of Hawaii Five-0, I had about 12 episodes.
Okay.
And so span that out, you really only work in a day or two per episode.
So you'd miss like a day
of school.
Yeah. Okay.
It wasn't too bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then after that, you played Nahele, which was like a homeless kid on the show, right? Did a lot of your friends start seeing it? A lot of schoolmates start seeing it? What was that like, the reaction of people seeing you on the TV?
I really have a hard time remembering, but what I do remember is I kept it. I just didn't really have a passion for it, you know?
So you didn't really
I kind
care.
of kept it low key. Like I didn't really care too much. And so I would say I know a lot of my teachers would kind of be like, "Hey, we see you," but a lot of my friends, they would kind of just tease me and stuff.
I feel like that's how it is in high school.
Kind of corny.
And it's like you kind of want to not even like tell people that you're on the show, right?
Yeah, I was like, "Oh yeah, I did this," and at the time, people were like, "Oh, he thinks he's somebody." I was like, "Dude,
I could see that.
Over
Classic high school
stuff, right?
Yeah, okay.
So I wasn't really anything crazy and stuff, but I think as it got progressively more and more work in the film industry, then you start having random people coming up to you and stuff, and then that's a whole different thing. So
yeah, and I'm sure it happens a lot more now since you're on Fox.
This
big show, a lot of hype around it.